Hey everyone, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. This is Silver Hyena, back at it again with the Ohuhu, but not the markers. As you can see, kind of what the shipping label doesn't cover. This is an Ohuhu watercolor set. Now then, this is not the same watercolor set as before, and oh, that's nice. I'd forgotten this actually came with brushes. Huh. But anyways, don't need that anymore. Soft yeet there. Oh, this actually came very nice. I had actually ordered this several months ago, and it's just been sitting in my closet waiting for its turn. And oh my, oh this looks really nice. And I mean, like, and it's wrapped with such care. Ohuhu, you guys, never disappoint. Really appreciate that. Alright, so I think that these are basically the same brushes that I got with their other watercolor set, the tube watercolors, but you know what? That's okay, because you can never have too many paintbrushes, and the Ohuhu paintbrushes haven't been half bad at all. And oh my gosh, I love it. They included swatch sheets. Now then, this, while it feels nice and thick, like, listen to that. Feels nice and thick like watercolor paper should be, but it's a lot smoother. And Ohuhu watercolor paper is something that I really do need to try out, but since I do not have any of that at the moment, I've got some Strathmore watercolor paper right here, which, to be fair, Strathmore watercolor paper, it's not the best in the world, but it's not terrible. Oh yeah, you might want to see the star of the show. Yeah, 48 count Ohuhu pan set, or as I like to call them, pancakes, because I refuse to grow up. You have to grow old, you don't have to grow up. Anyways, I'd say it's time to set this beautiful thing free. Alright, so according to the little band here, these are non-toxic and washable, which is great if you've got kids or even pets, because let's face it, sometimes kids and pets are not always the, what's a nice way to put it, the wisest of beings. So that's actually pretty good. Overall, the color selection looks absolutely beautiful, and this nice big thing here, this nice big cover, that's a palette. I don't care what anybody else says, that's a mixing palette. And these are swatch sheets, so I'd say it's high time we get to that. And oh, I didn't look, there's like a neon green, a neon pink. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try these out. These just look so beautiful. I gotta get set up here. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that is actually neon. Look at that! I have been wanting some neon watercolors for the longest time. I mean, like, it's not super pigmented, but that is neon. Okay, there we go. That's better. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up these swatches real quick, and then I cannot wait to do some sort of painting with this because, oh my god, like, this has me super psyched already. I mean, okay, enough talk. I gotta get swatching. Okay, so here are the finished swatches, and I've got to say that I think that the colors look really good. They did kind of bleed into each other, but you know what? I'm not gonna let that bother me, because as you well know, watercolor tends to kind of do what it wants to do. Watercolor, that stuff has a mind of its own. But overall, I am very pleased with the colors. However, I do think that the tubes had better pigments, I want to say. It's like these colors, they look great, and especially since this whole set, 48 colors plus brushes plus swatch sheets, it was like 17 bucks when I got it on Amazon or something like that, somewhere in that ballpark. Give me a minute. Okay, so for comparison, these are the Ohuhu Watercolors. These ones were the tubes, and that was a 24 set, and as you can see, the color, it's a lot more concentrated. But, like, you know what? I'm not gonna let that bother me. Like, because I do think that there is a lot of potential with this set. I'm gonna say it. So, you know what? I'm gonna test out that potential to its fullest and do an actual painting. Yeah, I'm just gonna get started on that. Alright, so one thing I'd like to mention here is that I happen to love those Zen stone stacks. Is that what they're called? I think so. I just find them aesthetically pleasing. They've been sort of popping up in some of my pieces every now and again, you might have noticed. I wanted something that could make use of the bright, wonderful colors in this set, especially the variety of blues. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of earthly and neutral tones. Perhaps I should do another painting focusing more on the neutrals in this set? Couldn't resist that nice little rainbow stone tower thing. Also, I'm not sure what to call this little critter here. I know another blue fox thing, a fluffy fennec fox thing that is blue, but this one has wings. That makes it different, right? When in doubt, just add wings. Even I can't tell you exactly how my brain works, but watching this channel is probably the closest anyone will ever get to knowing. Okay, on to the paints themselves. First off, 48 colors, 6 brushes, built-in palette for approximately $16 at the time when I purchased them anyways. The overall value aspect, A+, Ohuhu has done it again. Now the paints themselves. I have to say that I think the Ohuhu tube watercolors are better quality in terms of both color and texture. Yes, I said texture. Once dry, this paint does get that kind of chalky-esque texture. It's not as bad as, say, Artist Loft, but it's there. As for blending and mixing, be it in a palette or on the paper, sometimes they just blend a little bit too well. These paints do have a mind of their own and they like to run all over, so be very careful with the application of water. As for layering, again, as with the before mentioned mind of their own thing, make sure things are dry, or at least mostly dry, before stacking up those layers, and then just kind of use a little bit of water to blend it out. Unless, of course, you're after a specific blooming effect. Like, you gotta try and work with these. But the bottom line is, Ohuhu can really do no wrong. If you're new to watercolors or a seasoned pro, I think that you'll enjoy these paints. Post below, have you ever used these before? If so, I'd love to hear your opinions. Okay, so overall, if I had to give these paints a rating, I would definitely say that a 7 out of 10 would be fair. Are they perfect? Hardly. I do think that the tubes are better, but for the amount of colors that you get, a rather generous mixing space, and the price, I really think that they were worth it. Now, there were some issues I was having, like some of the blending wasn't as nice as it could have been, but like, you know, for the price and everything, I would say I stand by 7 out of 10. I did enjoy using these. However, again, I know I already said it, but it warrants saying again. The Ohuhu watercolor tubes are better quality. Of course, you can always get the pans for yourself and the tubes for yourself and try them out for yourself. And I guess take a shot every time I say for yourself. But overall, I enjoyed working on this. Usually, I do not sit down for 2 hours straight and paint something, but I guess I made an exception for this. Yes, I know it's going to be all nice and compressed, and I'm going to be talking over it. But yeah, this was about 2.5 hours, not counting the sketch portion. So yeah, magic of editing, you know. Anyways, I certainly hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, while we're at it, why not visit my Instagram at silverhyenaart, and post below, have you used these watercolors before, or have you used the Ohuhu tubes? If so, I just want to know what you have to say. I want to know your opinions. Yeah, that's what I've got. So with that being said, this is Silver Hyena signing off. Stay creative, everybody.